Okay. So good news, only 5 out of the 8 cards are major arcana cards. Is that good news? I don't know. Hangman, Chariot, Wheel of Fortune, non-major arcana card for this card, the extra card for this deck, the Illumination, that I do count as a major arcana card, and the High Priestess. Those are your major arcanas. I can't even make heads or tails of this energy, to be honest. I'm going to show you the rest of the cards while I'm trying to make sense of this. We have the 3 of Pentacles, we have the aforementioned 9 of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, what are you guys saying? There is a big change coming. You're going to be feeling like you have no control over what's happening, while you do actually have control of what's happening. No, that's not it. There is a big change coming. And you're going to feel like you're way in over your head. There it is. But only through your intuition, your gut feelings, will you be able to figure out what even is going on and how to go about reining it all in. It can be reined in, but only if you kind of let go. If you let go of the analytical, if this then that thinking. If you've got that mindset where you've got like a set of rules in your head, if you've got like a set of operations for, if this happens in my life, then I do this and this and this and this. The upheaval is going to be very large, and your first instinct is going to go completely, analytically at it, and whatever aspect of your life is happening, your first gut feeling is gonna be to go completely analytically at it and rein it in using your previous modus operandi that is not gonna pan out this time. It's not. Your previous modus operandi will lead you to this. Just purely look at the visuals of the cards if you don't know shit about tarot. The previous modus operandi, the previous way you were doing things, if you apply this to this situation, will lead you to this. What you need to do is learn how to walk on goddamn water. You need to tap into a completely different aspect of yourself. And that will lead you to be the absolute boss of the situation. I mean, the situation is still a mess, and there's still, everything's going in all different directions, and you don't have reins to hold all that in. But you kind of do. If you come from the position of working from your gut, working from your inner knowledge, working from your feelings, I don't know, working from your heart even, you're going to be able to handle this. If not, then this. I mean, either way, probably this. Either way. Whatever it is that you've been building and working on that's having such an upheaval right now, and everything about it. Might be a job, might be a venture, might be a like outside of work way of income, might be I don't know, living situation, something that you've been putting serious work into, literally laying the bricks in some cases. the thing that's gonna just, like, this is not just like, oh, Wheel of Fortune, stuff's kind of turning around, maybe coming back to where it needs to be. It's a major spin of the wheel, and it's not like the spin of the wheel where it's like, oh yes, and the Wheel of Fortune spins around, you know, like the world keeps spinning, and now it's summer again, where previously there was winter, and just keeps like nice and evenly spinning. No. The illumination gives the Wheel of Fortune like an actual Wheel of Fortune, like in TV shows where you just go spin and just spin it as hard as you can, and then just hope it lands on something good, or hope it lands on the best thing that it can. That's what that spinning will be like. That's what that upheaval will be like. It's gonna make your head spin too. And it's gonna be about something that you've been putting hours into, you've been putting work into, you've been putting effort into. And you're probably gonna be so anxious about it, you've been already anxious about it so much that you have sleepless nights, you can't sleep, you can't relax, everything's horrible. You feel like you're staring into the mouth of just so many swords. Why does the swan have so many swords in its mouth? What kind of a swan even are you? But that's what that will feel like. You're staring into the maw of something that's absolutely has the power to swallow you whole. It won't, but it won't anyway. But if you have the ability in you to connect more deeply with your intuitive side, with your feeling side, with everything, with this, with the delicate balance of walking on water. As in one particular commentary for this card, I said that it does make me think of Persephone's and Haiti with the pomegranates. The ability to be in both a goddess of spring and the queen of the underworld. Doing both. Being connected with both. If you have the power to connect more deeply with that, you will stop feeling like this. You will stop feeling like you're staring into the maw of so many teeth that are going to swallow you whole. Because you will be. This is an illusion. This feels like this, but that is an illusion. Not... Where is the Queen of Wands? I'd say this is not about you. We also have a Queen of Wands here. It feels like somebody else. It feels like somebody adjacent to you who you can take inspiration from. That's what that feels like. If you can't figure out how to do the intuition thing, how to do the both yin and yang, both goddess of spring and queen of underworld, that's essentially, take inspiration from somebody near you who is like this, who is in power, who is radiant, who is growing, who is evolving, who has that, I'd say even probably feminine kind of a intuition to themselves. If needs be, literally just talk to them. You will... They will be around you. Somebody like that will be around you. I don't know whether it's somebody close to you romantically or a mother figure, perhaps a father figure, I don't know, some parent figure. But somebody who has that vibe with the universe, or even when you've seen that they've gone through times when they're just swamped, when they're just way in over their heads, but they still manage to retain that, yeah, I'm in over my head, but I've got I've got a vibe about where this is going. I've got a vibe about how to handle this, and they do. If that person, okay, is where you get that inspiration from. Possibly somebody who is a past friend, a good past friend, or a good past relationship of any kind. A family friend that you had a really nice, close, and like a really nice relationship to. But whoever it is, it's somebody who is close to you or has been close to you before and has the possibility of being close to you again. Not like romantically, but somebody who you have the ability to reach out to. Or even if it is somebody you can't reach out to, you do have the ability to just remember about them. Yeah. You have the ability to, somewhere in your life, somewhere in your previous experience, there is that person who you can take an inspiration from on how to deal with this. Because that upheaval, I don't know what it's going to be. Perhaps it's going to be self-inflicted. Perhaps it's going to be like, I have an opportunity to turn my life around, and you're going to turn your life around, but except it won't be like, whoop, you know, it's not going to be a 180. It's going to be like, spin, 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 spin until it lands on 180. It's going to end up being 180, but before that, it's going to go through so many more degrees, like thousands of degrees. Something circumference, something blah, blah, blah math. Right, Latvian signs for you. What energy will help you? I'm using the Latvian signs deck. The Latvian signs deck it is not unlike runes. It's actually not like runes. It's just symbols from Latvian culture that carry very good energy to them and can be used as sigils, pretty much. Can be used even when you just invoke different runes in any kind of spell work. If you do any kind of spell work or magic work or energy work or whatever you would like to call it. The Latvian signs are just a type of symbol to invoke, and I like to keep this personally. Oh. Okay. I like to personally keep this culture quite open. I like sharing my culture, and so if anybody feels like using these, I personally am acting as a representative for the whole of Latvians and saying you can do that. The sign you get is, well, it's a snake sign. It's the forest snake sign. It's wisdom, but it's the creative aspect of wisdom. This is one of my favorite signs. I actually have a tattoo of it on the back of my neck to kind of speak wise words, or at least hopefully eventually speak wise words. Doesn't help with my sentence structuring, but that's where we are. The creative aspect of wisdom. Be creative. Don't be surprised that once you've succeeded, once you've actually done the work and once you've actually reconnected back with your intuitive side and you've got like, okay, I have to think about different ways about how to handle these things. Don't be afraid of it. It's completely out of the ordinary. Like, it's so far out of the ordinary how you're going to handle this change. But it's going to work. Like, it feels like you yourself might have, Pisceans, have a lot of creative energy within you. That creative energy kind of holds the universe together. I just said that, I guess. That creative energy holds the universe together. It can also hold this together. Well, it's a little bit like, whoa, what even is going on? If you are if you are pursuing a creative, whatever venture it is for yourself, that's where you're going to find the strength in. That's where you're going to find the oddest solution on how to deal with this. Like, it's going to be something you're going to have to like think in like loops kind of about it. Like, you're going to have to think differently, but whatever it is that you're doing creatively, or multiple things that you're doing creatively, somewhere in there, that's where you're going to find the thing that's going to help you hold this all together and stop having sleepless nights over it. As I said, I'm happy to share with all these symbols, so take a screenshot or pause the video and draw it down. These can be used as sigils. These can be used as just signs of strength to keep around. You know, put it on a piece of paper, put it in your wallet, put it on a piece of paper, put it in your planner. Whatever item that you carry around, or wherever it is that the upheaval is happening, keep it close, and it's going to help. Or it's going to at least help with drawing that energy there. It's going to help with getting that creative energy over there. And it's also wisdom in that sign. I mean, that's the wisdom sign. That's what the snake sign is, the wisdom sign. There's wisdom in that creativity. Not everything has to be like, if this then that, if this then that, like analytical, straight to the point, like kind of like programming. Like, it doesn't have to be that. No, there's wisdom in creativity. There's wisdom in the flow of things and figuring stuff out in a different way.